July 1st, 2024 reorganizational meeting and regular session of the Board of Education. Thank you for attending in person or through Zoom. I'm going to hand to you, Doug.
I'd like to call for a motion to appoint the district clerk, Mr. Capua, as the temporary chair of the reorganization meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Everybody, but call for the pledge, if everyone would stand. I pledge allegiance to the
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do notice that today's meeting has been served to all members of the Board of Education pursuant to requirements of law. Tina, would you please take a roll call?
Present.
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 Present. Present.
Present.
Present.
Present.
Okay, at this time, we're going to move forward, and I'd like to call for a nomination for one member of the Board of Education to serve as president during the ensuing school year.
I'd like to nominate Joseph Cilio for president.
Any other nominations? No, so given there's no additional nominations, I'm going to close the nominations for the office of president. And so we have one nomination for president of the ensuing school year. Can I have a motion to elect Joe Cilio as president of the Board of Education for the ensuing school year?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
All in
Aye.
Aye.
Any no's? No? Congratulations.
None noted. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we have to swear in.
Raise your right hand. After me. I, Joseph Cilio. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the constitutions of the United States and the state of New York. I will support the Constitution of the United States and the state of New York. And I will faithfully discharge the duties. Of the president of the Board of Education. Discharge the duties of the president of the Board of Education regarding the city of New York schools. To the best of my ability. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, can we call for nominations for the office of Vice President of the Board of Education during the ensuing school year? I would like to nominate Artie Janeco.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You know. Be sworn in. That's it.
Congratulations. Okay, Mr. Necco, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Arthur Necco. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the constitutions of the United States and the state of New York. That I will support the constitutions of the United States and New York. And that I will faithfully discharge the duties. Of the office of Vice President. Of the Garden City Union Free School District Board of Education. To the best of my ability. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. 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 C At this time, we're going to take a moment to swear in the newly elected trustees, including myself and Mrs. Pappas.
And you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge the duties of member of the Board of Education the Garden City Union Schools. Garden City Union Free School District. I will support the constitutions. I will support the constitutions of the United States of America. And the United States of America. And the state of New York. State of New York. To the best of my ability.
At this time, may I have a motion that the Board of Education appoints Dana DiCaprio as district clerk for the 2024-2025 school year?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Mr. DiCaprio will take her oath. Dr. Sinha will now take her oath of office. At this time, may I have a motion that the following board members be appointed to the following committees for the 2024-2025 school year? For the Village of Garden City, trustee Cilio and trustee O'Donoghue. For BOCES, trustee Pappas and trustee Janeco. Audit Committee, trustee Cilio and trustee Pappas. Legislative Affairs, trustee Gaffney. Policy Review, trustee Janeco and trustee Gaffney. And District Safety, trustee O'Donoghue.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This time, may I have a motion that the following board members be appointed to the following association liaisons for the 2024-2025 school year? For the Central Property Owners Association, trustee Gaffney. For Eastern Property Owners Association, trustee Cilio and trustee Pappas. For Property Owners Association of the Garden City Estates, trustee O'Donoghue. And the Western Property Association, trustee Janeco.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
At this time, to make efficient use of the meeting time, the Board of Education has been authorized to use a consent agenda. Consent agenda allows for one motion to approve multiple items, and such items are identified in the agenda. The President of the Board will ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda and will ask board members if they wish to have a discussion or clarification on any items within the consent agenda. Following the discussion, the board will then vote on the consent agenda motion. In addition, a board member may request to have an item removed from the consent agenda in order to vote on the motion separately. At this time, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items, which include business of the board items C1 through C4, district appointment items D1 through D20, and business matters E1 through E11.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
At this time, may I have a motion that the Board of Education adjourns the district reorganization meeting and opens the regular session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now we're on the regular meeting. May I have a motion that the Board of Education accepts the agenda for July 1st, 2024 regular session as presented?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Notice effective Tuesday, July 2nd, the district-wide safety plan will be available on the district website for a 30-day public comment period. After such time, the Board of Education will be adopting the plan. Please send any comments to the district clerk, which is Mrs. DeCapua, during that time period. At this time, the board is required to have annual readings of board policies. These board policies were highlighted in the agenda. We won't list them, but they're all there listed in the agenda items for anybody to review. So those will be the first readings of several annual readings of several board policies and second readings as outlined in the agenda. At this time, I'm going to pass it over to Dr. Sinha to go through the superintendent's report or the treasurer's. Are we going to start? Let's start with the treasurer's report first, Mr. DeCapua.
This is the treasurer's report for May 2024. We had a cash balance at the beginning of the month of 42,595,255. During May, we had deposits totaling 38,377,596. We had disbursements of May of 9,678,889, leaving us with a closing balance of 71,293,962. Thank you.
Dr. Sinha, at this time, can we have your superintendent's report? Absolutely.
Just have a few things to report on. First of all, I'd like to welcome Dr. Alice Bowman. She's our new Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction. And, Alice has been really working closely with Judy Barbera for her transition, and they've met multiple times, I think weekly conversations. And so we had our retreat today, so she's off and running. And I also want to welcome Ms. Pappas here to our Board of Education. We're looking forward to working with you. So today and tomorrow, we have our administrative retreat. And so we had our first day today and our second day tomorrow. Our focus today was on leadership, on the new literacy briefs, and then also on science. And then tomorrow, we're going to continue our work with curriculum articulation work with Heidi Hayes-Jacobs, and then looking at future trends in education. So 2 full packed days, but it sets the stage for the remainder of the year for us. I also wanted to just briefly talk about our graduation. I think in Garden City, our graduation is so special, very different. It was a bit hot that day, I have to say. But our high school, they do such a great job of starting and ending. I think the whole ceremony was just under an hour and a half. So it was a beautiful, beautiful graduation. I also wanted to mention we have our Literacy Town Hall coming up on July 17th at 10 a.m. All the information to register is on our website, and we'll be sending a communication out again closer to that date so people can register. I had put it in my letter, my end of the year letter as well, the information around registering for the Literacy Town Hall. We also have the initiative working with PTA and SEPTA, One District, One Book. And our reading is The Anxious Generation. So it would be great if everybody could read up to 110 pages, and our book discussion will be on August 6th. It will be a virtual book discussion, and we'll have 2 additional ones later in the year. And, I do want to give an update for Ms. McLaughlin to give an update on our hiring.
Thanks, Dr. Sinha. So as you know, we've been very busy hiring and we've done a really good job. We do have a couple of positions that are still available, but I'm happy to report they're all in the process. So I'm confident we will have appointments for the board's consideration at the August meeting. We have a high school health and phys ed, middle school technology, middle school computer science, Stewart Fless, and 2 second grade positions at Stratford. We also have a leave at Locust grade 1, Stewart grade 2, 1 teaching assistant at Locust, and 2 teacher aides at Locust. So again, I'm confident that by our August meeting, we should be fully staffed. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McLaughlin. And then just a few items on the agenda that's of note is that we're really pleased you have the GCAA and the paraprofessional contracts are on the agenda, and really want to thank the leadership team for both those groups for that we came to a good place with the contracts. We talked about the policies already, and there is, I wanted to mention UPK. We've had last time I think we talked about the RFP through Harbor Childcare, and there are two locations that we've been working with that they have given us, but they need to fill the Roslyn site first, which is at Shelter Rock, that's dedicated just for Garden City. So I'll be sending a communication out to our parents around just in terms of that we have to actually get that location fully, filled first before we go to the Mineola site. And we had a lot of interest, but right now where we are is that there are many parents who are opting to keep their child in their current preschool. So we hope that in the future, really next year, that we know we've received the grant this year and it'll continue into next year, hopefully, that, we can send information out to our parents even sooner. We are looking to do an open house on July 9th in the evening. That information will be going out to our families shortly as well. And that's it for the agenda, and just wanted to wish everybody a happy 4th of July and a wonderful, wonderful summer.
Thank you. I would just add one thing. I know we got the grant late, so we put up RFPs out, but I think the plan is for next year to put out RFPs earlier to give more options in terms of locations. We have received some feedback. There's limited space when it's the end of the year that, some locations are a little bit farther, but the Roslyn location is,
10 minutes.
it's about 10 minutes, but it's a facility solely dedicated for our students, which is great. So I think we only had 130 of the eligible students, 140 sign up for UPK provided by the grant that we received. Like to get that number higher. If people are interested, please reach out.
Yeah, but even out of the 140, we don't have, we were able to secure spaces for all of our students that were on the waiting list. But there are many parents who are opting out to keep their children in their current UPK program. So we had thought we'd get even more participation than what we have. And the unfortunate thing is that when the grant is written, you can't send anything out till you get the approval of the grant. And I have to say, Ms. McLaughlin really worked hard to get that out as soon as possible. And, we hope, I think when parents see when we have the open house, how beautiful the location is, that's again dedicated just for Garden City students, I think they'll see that it's very well planned.
I'm sure you guys have already noted this, but I think there's pre and post UPK services available if people have challenges with work or whatever, they can leave their kids there longer. So there are, I know that people have talked about the travel and it being 10 minutes away, but there are services there if you can't make it.
Yeah.
You have to take them earlier or later, but we tried to schedule it around being able to drop off other kids in schools and pick them up in the course of a day.
Yeah, we were very careful with the timing. So if parents had children who are coming into our, or at Stewart or Stratford, they have ample time to pick them up and, and drop them off in the morning. So we really were careful with that. The Harbor Childcare, they also offer before and after school services where we don't offer that at Homestead currently. But they do offer that with this program. And they also have, there's lunch, snack, breakfast. They offer all of that as well as part of the program.
And I guess the only thing from me before I open up to the other members of the board, I'd like to congratulate Alice for joining. Dr. Bowman, I appreciate you once again taking the time to go through the gauntlet of interviews that I and other members of the board subjected you to, but we really are excited for you to be here. I know Judy's not here, but we wished her well last time. Still pass along well wishes. She did a nice job while she was here. So congratulations. We'll be looking forward to hearing from you in future meetings. Are there any other comments from the Board of Education? None? At this time, it's open for citizens' questions or comments. Anybody have a question or comment?
Good evening, everyone. Tom Panu, 30 Fenimore Avenue. I just want to say congratulations to, first of all, President Cilio. You've done an incredible job these past 3 years at the helm for the school district. It's your level-headed thinking, your experience in the business world, your availability to the legal aspect to challenge everything. It's instrumental to the success of this district and the board. Vice President Janeco, your background in education and your questions are very helpful to the board. So continue that. And I think the two of you will be a great pair going forward in the next 3 years. Trustee Pappas, congratulations. I think you're going to do a great job servicing the district and the community. And to Trustee O'Donoghue and Trustee Gaffney, they're doing a great job. Dr. Bowman, we welcome you. I think the community is really looking forward to the superintendent of curriculum and what you're going to bring to the table. So congratulations to all of you. It's very nice to see you all tonight.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate you coming to the meeting. Are there any other questions or comments? The only thing I would like to say was on my list, but you beat me to it. I would like to also congratulate Kristen on joining the board. Welcome aboard. We look forward to working with you, and there's always lots to do. So appreciate the extra set of hands. If there's no other questions, we're going to move to our consent agenda for the regular session. At this time, we're using the consent agenda as part of the regular meeting agenda. Consent agenda allows for one motion to approve multiple items. If a member of the board wishes to have an item removed and discussed separately, they can request to do that. Following the discussion, the board will vote on the consent agenda. And at this time, does anybody wish to have any items removed? No. Be it resolved that the Board of Education. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approves the consent agenda, which includes business of the board items I-1 through I-16, personnel matters J-1 through J-20. J-19 and J-20 were added to the agenda today. Business office matter items K-1 through K-18, curriculum and instruction items L-1 through L-1, and special education matter items M-1 through M-8. Sure. And just for those who did not have a chance to see the updated agenda, J-19 and J-20 are amendments to the employment agreements for Mrs. DeCapua and Mrs. McLaughlin. We do that on a yearly basis. So those two items are J-19 and J-20.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Are there any new business from the board?
None.
Any new business from the administration?
No.
Future Board of Education meetings, Tuesday, August 20th, 2024, regular session at 8:15 at the Garden City High School. At this time, may I have a motion that the Board of Education has no further business and that the meeting is adjourned?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.